Hey guys, how's it going? Scott from Seymour Duncan here. It's day 2 of NAMM. So what you're going to be seeing here, if you're here, is like slightly bloodshot eyes, and I don't think anyone could do math right now. So Seymour Duncan, we do pickups. And what are pickups? Pickups are really the heart of your electric guitar, electric bass, even your electric acoustic. One of the most common things we get asked at Seymour Duncan is what pickup's right for me, or why should I change my pickup, or what pickup should I go with, because we make so many. And the first thing to think of is like, what do I want to hear in my head? And then what kind of equipment do I have? So really that's the thing you want to start with, and then you call Seymour Duncan, you talk to us. But if you have a Strat and you want it to sound like a classic Strat, then you go with Antiquities. If you have a Strat and you want it to sound like Iron Maiden, you use a Hot Rails. So it kind of starts with there, but really the first thing is think about what equipment do I have and what do I want to hear in my head. So let's start. This is almost like the prehistoric, this is like the beginning of pickup technology. So the great Leo Fender and Seth Lover, they were really pioneers in pickups and did the best with what they could back then to make the greatest tone. So this is our Antiquity series Telecaster pickup. And if you can see, we use vintage materials, like there's some cloth wire around the bobbin. We age it. We actually do some tricks to the magnet to make it sound like it's been played in, bars with chicken wire and horrible places like that smell like beer for years and years, because pickups sound different, as they age. It's kind of cool. There's something about old pickups that sound magical. And these are like our Joe Bonamassa's signature humbuckers. And then the way these Joe Bonamassas sound, it sounds like, we're using a different magnet. In the bridge, we're using an Alnico 3 magnet, and the neck an Alnico 2. And there's something about that combination that it just gives it almost like a honky, like a P90-ish quality. It's really, really cool. And then, if you kind of come over here, I hope you guys know what this pickup is. It's an Alnico 2 Pro Humbucker, and Slash used this on Appetite for Destruction, and he's also a great Dunlop artist. And Appetite for Destruction, biggest selling debut album for any band of all time, 18 million copies. So, this was kind of the first exposure for Seymour Duncan to a lot of artists. It was definitely the first Seymour Duncan pickup that I ever heard. And then there's more modern players that like 7 and 8 string pickups, and they use active pickups. An active pickup was more of a technology in the 70s and 80s. Because they were noiseless, you got some extra output, some extra boost. So now we're making our passive pickups an active housing. So you don't have to sacrifice kind of the organic presence and attack and tone of passive pickups. So this is our Duncan Distortion, this is our Invader, and man, you can just kind of change out your pickups and your active guitar and it'll be all different. While pickup technology in some senses really hasn't changed over the years, since 50, 60 years, we still try to push the limits of what we can do and how we can make sound and how the player responds to our pickups. These are our Zephyr Silver pickups. So we asked ourselves, hey, what if there was no limits to what we could do? So we use silver wire, pure silver wire, insanely expensive. We cryogenically freeze the pickups. The notes bloom more. It pushes your amp just a little bit harder, and the clarity is unmatched. And it's almost like if you were like wearing like a sheet over your eyes that you could see through, and then you took the sheet off. Everything's clearer. That's there are a lot of different pickup manufacturers you can choose from, and a lot of them do make great pickups. But there's some kind of mojo that Seymour Duncan has, and we hope you hear it too. All right, so guys, thanks for stopping by and talking to Seymour Duncan. Again, if you're a big Dunlop fan, we're a fan of you, and hopefully it's the same towards us. So we'll see you next year.